Airdrop incoming. Fire sale will start in 1 minute. Airdrop is engaging enemies.
Enemy down.
Heads up, soldier. It's time for a fire sale.
Enemy down. Enemy eliminated.
Airdrop incoming. Airdrop has been delivered. Enemy eliminated. Fire sale will start in 1 minute. Airdrop incoming.
Hanzo's master had not engaged in a secret battle. We could stop down Costa. Even if we knew we had more innocent children being killed.
Engaging the enemies.
So we could have finished our duel in an honorable fashion.
Airdrop.
We were to be changing his life. We believe only one thing. Believe this. For Felice will need to make our ideal world a reality. You are absolutely correct.
You know what does a man good to watch you drink?
You should have told us you had a guest coming over. I would pick something special for you.
No, don't trouble yourself. The simple pleasures of home and hearth are what are truly best in this world.
Oh my, you are such a traveler, aren't you?
Airdrop has been delivered.
But if he's managed to make friends with a strapping man like you, well, I guess we were worried over nothing. Not at all. It is I who am at his desk. So he's truly picked out these fine plants. Look at the craftsmanship. They're fit for a kid. Oh, how long will you be in Japan, Alexei? Oh, I should have all my work
The safe
here
zone
wrapped
is
up in
collapsing.
about a week or so. Well, I was just thinking that if you like, you could stay right here with us. I'm pretty sure that they station
Half
us
of
to
the
put
teams
another
are
futon in Waver's room. Right, Waver? Oh, yes, the bedding that they sleep on in this land. Sleeping on a futon does take some getting used to. It's strange to sleep on the floor instead of bed. I think that is what is best about traveling to distant foreign lands. My favorite thing in life is the surprise of the unknown. Surely Asia gives me the most enjoyment in any age. I couldn't agree with you more.
Airdrop incoming.
Told you! See, in spiritual form, when you come in, let's go!
Yes, well, had I done so, I would not have been able to retrieve this. I even managed to procure this fine pair of pants. And anyway, boy, it was you who ordered me to do it.
Airdrop has been delivered. Airdrop has been
Why
delivered.
must I, the king of conquerors, go forth to draw water from some country river?
Because it's a lot more productive than eating junk food and watching all those videos.
Engaging the enemies.
What is
Engaging the
this? Are
enemies.
you playing at being an alchemist?
I'm not playing. I am an alchemist, idiot.
How interesting. What is that?
Spellcasting, I believe. Remnants of magic left in the water. And that means someone was recently using magic near the river. If we follow the trail, it may be able to show us where to look for testing.
Hey, boy, did you know ahead of time that you were going to find something like that lurking out there in the water?
Of course not. But this town is unique in that water flows straight through its center. So water is the obvious place to look. Ryder, is there anything between here and here?
Airdrop incoming.
Pipe? Or maybe an irrigation channel?
Oh, yes, there was one of considerable size down there.
That's it. If we follow it, it will probably lead us right to Castor's hideout.
Boy,
Airdrop
are you certain you aren't a mage of not inconsiderable skill?
Look, a truly skilled mage wouldn't
Airdrop
have
has
to
been
do it this
delivered.
way.
A full-fledged tank
This
has
is
been
scary.
dropped.
It's pretty basic. Wait a minute. You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh boy, quite the opposite. To accomplish something so impressive, using a simple method outshines those who use a more complex technique. As your servant, I am proud. Right! Now that we have his location, he's as good as ours. Shall we go give him a good beating right away, boy?
Wait a second. We're talking about engaging Castor here.
I know.
No, you don't. When it comes to defending his lair, he has a tremendous advantage over any attacker. What kind of moron would just go bursting in the front door?
Listen here. In a combat situation, enemy and ally positions can practically change by the second. If you fail to attack the enemy when you know his location, it will be too late for regrets once you've missed your chance.
Really? And what's made you so eager today?
Shouldn't I be? My master has finally contributed something of good to our pension together. As your loyal servant, I must also do my sacred duty, seek out and defeat the enemy and bring back his head to you. Do not be so quick to give up before we have even begun. Let us go and see what we can find. It may well work out better than you imagine.
The safe zone is collapsing. Airdrop incoming.
You see, I was right, wasn't I? Everything has worked out splendidly. Unfortunately, Casper appears to be away.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Is this some kind of water storage system?
Hey, boy. Maybe we can test if we can see.
What are you talking about? If Castor isn't here, we should at least search for clues to his whereabouts. We can find out to him.
Engaging the enemy.
eliminate the
time for
enemies.
pride, foolish boy. Your reaction is natural. If I saw someone who could look on all of this and still remain unmoved, I would punch them hard.
What do you mean you punched them? You idiot! What about you? It's fine. Just like you always do.
That's because now is not the time for emotion. Because my young master
Airdrop there.
is immortal.
Assassin? It's impossible. Assassin's dead. I saw him die.
We can't afford to be surprised, boy.
Buy station is currently unavailable. Airdrop incoming.
But how?
The how is totally irrelevant to us now. However, one thing here is for certain. Anyone in this war who believes in Assassin's untimely demise
Down
as
to
we
last
did has
5
been
teams.
thoroughly deceived.
When? Didn't they?
Do not let your guard down. We killed two. There appeared to be an addition to.
The safe zone is collapsing.
Who can say how many assassins there truly are out there? This is Assassin's preferred terrain. We should withdraw from here once.
Should we make it like this?
Perhaps we'd find something if you were to look, but let it go. For now, we'll just have to bridge what we can. If nothing else, it will
Teams left. Getting close to victory. incoming. Fire sale will start in 1 minute. Airdrop has been delivered. Airdrop has been delivered. Airdrop has been delivered. Airdrop has been delivered.
Serve to slow Caster down. Hideout destroyed and completely in ruins, Caster will no longer be able to hide. He'll be forced to come out of the shadows into the open and show himself. And after that, it won't be too long before we can end him and his master.
All right, I get it. Quit doing that.
Let us be off, boy.
Do not let it trouble you, Kirei. Indeed, it is unfortunate that Assassin was exposed to them before he could discern the nature of Ryder's ultimate weapon.
But from this encounter, we found out that Ryder's master is a mere third-rate mage.
Yes, but had they not been discovered?
You think that other options would have become available to you?
Yes.
Please. While your plans are certainly important,
You must see to it that you remain refined and relaxed in all manners. Particularly if you find thinking during death. But I never expected it to be such a dull and boring person.
we will certainly have another chance to see Ryder's ultimate attack. Have Assassin continue to monitor Ryder and remind them to take great care of the Jew.
Yes, my teacher. It will be done.
Half of the teams are eliminated. Airdrop incoming. Airdrop has been delivered. Fire sale will start in 1 minute. Their teammate has been killed. Airdrop has been delivered.
He will have a lot of followers, but much.
If you want to build an app and have no idea how to log small wins, track
But I want this kid to bend that table in front of them.
Oh, shit.
Kill these guys.
Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up at 7 up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes. And when you tap in with this content, but I appreciate you if you're watching on your TV, whatever the case is. Smooth 7 might be a trigger warning or 2. I'll be forgetting to let y'all know that. But I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know what it is.
I'm afraid. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. How did you see that?
Y'all believe it? Or y'all think it's fake?
I'm showing 2 videos right now. These kids were just playing, soccer inside, and in the background, the duende appears. The duende? Oh, I've seen this video before. I remember seeing this video, bro. And then the other video is this one. It's titled Aparición de un Duende. I've never seen this one before. He's mocking this one. Let me know if you guys have ever have any experiences with duendes, gnomes, goblins, leprechauns, whatever the case may be. Let us know in the comments. The first one seemed a little fake, like you said. I feel like the first one could be like a little 3-year-old toddler who's wearing like a duende cloak or something.
Yeah, the first one looked a little bit more fake. That second one,
allegedly, the mummified remains of a leprechaun was found. It was allegedly found somewhere near Karangafuka, which is like this creepy, haunted, abandoned, square, ruined remains of a castle. And this place is definitely creepy and already really known for paranormal activity. But it's said that the remains were then sent to some horror movie prop person so that they could add on to it, which makes me suspicious about this in general. While I'm not fully convinced by that mummified body, people with so many different stories that I'm just they have to be seeing something at least. And a huge person that took a guy by the name of Kevin Woods. He is known as the Leprechaun Whisperer. He believes 236 still living leprechauns that live in the woods out in Ireland. They exist in a spiritual plane. So there's only certain people that actually have access to them, kind of like ghosts and medium.
My job really is to make sure that they survive.
He's local to this place that allegedly has verified leprechaun bones. This pub owner by the name of PJ O'Hara. Things have happened. And things that have happened to disturb these sites include one of the construction workers actually went to go which if you guys don't know, it's a ring of mushrooms. The machinery malfunctioned. It would allegedly can be considered to be a fairy portal. I guess leprechauns fall under the fairy category. This man was a farmer, and within the year, all of his livestock apparently just passed. And shortly after, he even fell ill with no medical explanation. Another one of the members kept claiming he felt like he was being choked. Eventually, this dig site was just abandoned. Obviously, these things can be coincidences, and then whenever you put them all together, it looks suspicious. The locals in this town really believe that this is a leprechaun. It's just a superstition. I believe so badly, and I so want to believe that there was one in Mobile.
These are leprechaun dogs. Even though you might think of them as mythical creatures, the EU classifies leprechauns as a protected species, and at least 1/3 of Irish people believe they exist. You believe in leprechauns? Yeah, they're everywhere. They're everywhere, eh? I'm gonna find a leprechaun. The Irish people have a long history with leprechauns, who are known to be quite mischievous, and for whatever reason, they're said to be obsessed with gold, which means finding a leprechaun could make you a millionaire, it could also leave you dead. And I gravely underestimated where this journey was going to take me. Lucky for me, I have Kevin. Though 36 of them. So I did what any reasonable person would. Travel thousands of miles to the leprechaun capital of the world. Clearly believes in leprechauns. To meet Kevin. And if I'm being honest, I was a little nervous. I mean, all I know about this guy is that he apparently this place felt a bit like my second grade classroom. But what we were about to learn from Kevin is not something that I would repeat to it. Years later to learn more about the leprechauns, Kevin had us choose our leprechaun companion.
Yeah, his name is Carrick. Carrick is the Gaelic word for rock. We love the rock.
I feel like this guy kind of... Do I get to meet him in real life?
You do.
Hold on. Did he just say that I'm about to meet a real live leprechaun? Kevin guided us upstairs where the real story begins to unfold. That's right. I'm talking about actual evidence of leprechauns existing.
36 years ago, there was a local guy who heard a scream coming from the Cooley Mountain. He went to leprechaun suit.
On the ground, we found these three pieces, the hat and the tunic and the trousers.
With 4 pieces long, I would get as many people up on the mountain and we would search it from top to bottom, and if we caught one or saw one, I believe, but I'd have to see one before I do.
I know y'all be up in here. I see y'all in the comment for yourself. Even people who don't live in Ireland. How y'all feel about it? Y'all think it's just it's all cat, or y'all think it's a possibility? I ain't never seen.
People don't know the docuseries is called Sasquatch, and you look at it on Hulu, you go, oh man, it's a Bigfoot documentary.
Nope.
Not really. No, it's a lot scarier. How did this come about? Like, how did this project fall into your lap?
Well, the genesis of the project really goes back to the fall of 1993. I was visiting a buddy of mine who was working on a farm, and he it was harvest season, which is like a particularly dangerous time of the year up there, but he kind of got me a hall pass with the guy that owned the farm and vouched for me to parachute in for about a week. And something that didn't make it in the show is that I went up there to do like a heroic trip with this guy. So the day before, the day that the ship went down, okay, we took about an 8 each and went tripping around the redwoods. Now that didn't make it in the show, okay, but that night as we were coming down, we were in the cabin, the A-frame cabin that belonged to the guy that owned the farm, and these two dudes showed up late at night, covered in mud, like splattered with mud, soaked, claiming that they'd just been to a nearby farm where they'd seen 3 bodies that were torn up, like mutilated. And these guys were freaking out. Okay, they seemed legitimately traumatized to me. They were exuding this like energy of like terror and having just mutilated bodies to the point where I was just trying to shrink into the couch where I was. I was like really not happy to be in that room at that point. I was 23 years old. Yeah. Okay. I was just getting going in journalism, you know, and the owner of the farm kind of pulled them off to the side, and they were having a conversation in the kitchen. And when they were trying to keep their voices hushed, but these guys, they were so rattled. Also, like, I didn't know the signs at the time, but now looking back, I'm like, they were tweaking, right?
Yeah.
And so they were like, their voices were going up and down in volume, but they were clearly saying that they just like seen these 3 bodies, and they seen like Sasquatch footprints at the, and they knew it wasn't a ripoff. They were saying because, you know, it was all been harvested, but it was still there. Like some plants had been torn up and thrown around, right? But the bud was still there. Like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of weed. Those typical patch. And you know, it was like at one point the guy was like, "Are you sure they're dead?" And yeah, I'm not listening to us. They were torn to pieces, man. You know, and a Bigfoot killed these guys. So. And he kind of like got him out of the farm and like sat down and was like, well, that was real weird. And we like had a laugh, you know. But obviously that story stuck with me for the next quarter century. And it was one that I told it around like a ghost story around the campfire kind of thing a few times. But then a friend of mine, the guy I collaborated with, Josh Lefay, who's the director of the series Sasquatch, we were just finishing up another project together, and he texted me out of the blue, and he'd become a fan of this podcast, Sasquatch Chronicles, right? And he texted me, he's like, dude, if we could find some sort of true crime story wrapped up with a Sasquatch angle,
Like we really had something.
What is Sasquatch Chronicles?
I don't even listen to it. I've never listened to it, but it's a podcast. It's basically like people's reporting their Sasquatch encounters. And so he sent me this text out of the blue, and I hit him right back. I was like, I might have one. So he's like, dude, like, can you look into that? So the next step is to get a hold of Buddy that was working on, that was working on the farm up there. Get a hold of anybody I could find that worked in the game up in northern Mendocino County. It was near a town called Branscombe that worked in that area at that time. Be like, you ever hear a story like this? But our thinking was, we can't like do a series if it was just me hearing that story on camera one night. But the kind of story, things like that, probably spread beyond that one Sabbath. Right? Those guys didn't seem like the types that were going to keep that to themselves. Okay? So, after drawing a lot of blanks, we finally like hit this one sort of information ecosystem subcircle up there, if you will, where people have heard that story. And they were like, yes, 3 guys did get killed, but there's more to it, right? So like, there's a story behind that, and it doesn't really involve a Sasquatch actually killing these guys. But I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
Seen it,
For anybody who hasn't seen it, it's well worth the 50 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Like an hour TV show, right?
Yeah.
It's very intense.
You're not ready.
Enemy down. Losing Charlie.
Damn. I thought he was going to go in more detail.
Hey, my explorers, I want to give you an update on the Hoover Dam. I'm so disappointed. They finally uncovered everything, and I was really hoping that they got rid of the Mason compass where the fallen angels were, because they had it covered since like 2017. But they opened them up. And this is me driving, but I did a whole entire live, and mic didn't work with the fallen angels. But here's some of it, and I'm going to give you an update when I cut up that video and edit it. All right, I'll click on the next video. Yes, there's some seriously scary stuff under that dam. All right, see you in the next video.
Did you know that when the firefighters arrived on site to Chernobyl, because of the high levels of beta and gamma radiation, that their skin started falling off in really heavy chunks? The red pine forest is a forest in the most surrounding area that turned red, and like in terms of really a natural color the trees turned because of the amount of radiation. It was ultimately bulldozed and buried. When Chernobyl's elephant pit underneath reactor 4 was first discovered, standing near it for only 300 seconds or 5 minutes would have killed you in a very agonizing way over the span of only a couple of days. It still remains one of the most hazardous pieces of waste on Earth and can still kill you. First responder firefighter Vladimir Pravik died a very agonizing death, but before that he did, his eyes changed from a very dark brown to an exceptionally creepy, unsettling shade of blue. I know that because authorities tried to cover up the nearby city of Pripyat, which was only a couple of kilometers away from the disaster, was not evacuated for over 36 hours after the disaster, which was home to most of the nuclear power plant's workers and their families, which caused hundreds of deaths. Anyone was rioting, and not really. It was rioting because humans are gone, but the forest floor is about 2 to 3 times thicker, and a bunch of microbes are like kind of dead and dying, and like microorganisms like fungi and spiders and bees and grasshoppers. But the wolves are becoming sort of kind of immune to and other forms of like weird radiation disease. But the forest floor is like unnaturally preserved because nothing is really breaking it down anymore, or not as fast as it should be. All of the princesses and queens are dudes. I've been deep diving them. Let me show you a couple. Look at that dude.
Fight harder.
Oh, isn't he cute? What about this dude? Aw, Princess Nicholas. They let you keep your real name. You're a dude, bro.
Friendly predator
This
missile
is a
inbound.
dude. Oh. Oh, the last one. The pieces you have, you dude.
Enemy down. Hostiles have the heartbeat.
Hi, Princess.
Enemy down.
Tell me this is me.
We lost the lead.
Who are you? Victoria or whatever? No.
Pick it up.
This is the creepy shit that the elites do. This is an inverted, it's deviant. I'll explain more. Hold on. Oh.
UAV online.
You guys. Okay, look at this is Happy. Her name is Happy, and she's a dude, and she's married to that Rockefeller guy. Oh, former CEO of Campbell Soup. You're dude. Avon. CEO of Avon. Oh, CEO of Avon. Dude. Citigroup. And you guys see this. You guys see this. Oh, hello, Princess Alexandria. The dude with the... Oh, no, they don't have... Oh, this is the thing. They can change the... In vitro? I think you call it in vitro. Anyways, yeah, they can change... They're always... The devil cannot produce a woman. A natural woman that can reproduce. He's been able to do this kind of creepy shit. Okay? They breed these children from a very young age. Even the boys listen. Even the boys. Hold on, I think I got one more. Hold on. I got two more. Ooh, hold on. Okay, here's the other. This is Lisa, Princess of something. So they try to impregnate with the females, and it just doesn't work. So then they go to try and turn them into females, and it still doesn't work. And that's totally that's a dude. This is all keeping the name of the family. The women are not intelligent. This is all men. This is all.
Be advised, hostile hunter-killer drone inbound.
Y'all agree with what she getting at? Or is y'all like, nah?
Sunday afternoon on a Sunday and dozens of families are taking shelter from the bullet-filled fire directly at them. Amidst the sounds of children screaming. It is impossible to imagine the sheer terror that must have been felt. Among those that had gathered to mark the side of Trump, the Jewish president was guns began targeting those who This was among the first indications the terrorist attack was unfolding. Gunshots shattering the calm, followed by fear and panic.
I seen a kid like she was like maybe 8 years old, she got injured in the leg, and she was crying, and she was on the ground, so she was behind her mom.
On a video with injuries to his arm and hand, his cousin revealing he'd been shot twice during the incident.
He's a hero, 100% he's a hero, because what we see on the social media, he's 100% hero.
His shoulder
yeah, he has two stars, one in his arm here and one in his hand.
Officers swarmed the bridge. Dozens of shell casings were visible, an indication of the volume of gunfire. Authorities have not yet confirmed the identities of the attackers, but amid the chaos, one brief, highly charged moment.
Australian. And every Australian tonight will be, like me, devastated on this attack on our way of life.
As daylight faded over Bondi Beach, a shoreline usually filled with laughter, now marked by grief. A community mourning the dead and waiting for news of the still critically injured.
America, you have been lied to. This right here is a United States map of 1803. I added some pictures so you can see the locations we were in. The vast region between the valley of the Mississippi and the Pacific coast was, at the date of this map, 1803, unknown and unexplored by civilized man. All right, 1803. In 1910, nearly 1 million black farmers in the United States owned a total of 15 million acres of land. All right, so you're telling me between 1865 and 1910, these people that were in servitude just magically came up with 15 million acres of land, right? Wrong. We were already here. The 15 million was a takeaway from what we already got.
Domination.
Wake up.
Capture the objectives. Enemy taking Charlie.
The highly requested Holland Tunnel.
Enemy taking B.
Let's get into it.
Captured Alpha.
Listen, 1920, 7 years. What kind of cars or trucks did they have above ground that they were able to drill underground? But I don't even know what they were using.
Losing Alpha.
I tried finding some things, underwater car ventilation system. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Try to make it make sense. If you question one thing, you gotta question everything. You can't question the building. Like, yeah, but you were able to drill underwater in 1920. 1920. What was going on in 1920 that you think we were able to drill underwater? What were the trucks looking like? What were the trucks looking like that you were able to move that much rock underwater?
We've taken the lead. Lost the sea.
Shit don't mean shit. Like I hear at the Cathedral Basilica in St. Louis, and holy shit, guys, I don't cuss much, but this place really blew me away. I didn't know where to start. Dude, those are like it's
We've taken the lead.
Hold on.
Losing A.
Bro. Let's go slow. We're gonna go slow around this. You're gonna want to hang out, alright? This thing is huge, and from my understanding is I can go inside this. This is the backside, dude. Like, I'm telling you, dude. God dang, man, god dang, I can't believe I found this so good. Someone told me about doing the Cathedral Basilica. So listen, just stop and wait. Alright, you guys always freaking click through my videos too quick and don't watch the regular thing. Pay attention. This thing is huge. Look at that. Okay, this is in the middle of downtown St. Louis. Again, okay, so St. Louis is named after St. Louis. So King Louis the Ninth. Why King Louis the Ninth? Because he fought with the Knights Templar. So they named, this is the namesake after him. Oh, and look what we got here. It looks like somebody decided to take the freaking cornerstone. Like always, they decided to scrub that page.
Enemy taking A. We're capturing B. Enemy has A. Enemy taking Bravo.
To our survival.
UAV online.
West to the Sea of Monsters.
Shopify was an incredible tool for building copy. It just made making a website doable for somebody like me who's never done it before. And trust me, if I can do it, so can you. Start your business today with a free trial on Shopify.com.
Losing C. Losing B.
Bro, look at this. Alright, I only have to get
enemy UAV spotted.
So I'm gonna slow down for y'all.
We've taken the lead.
Okay. Promise me to stick around. Slow the foot. I just saw people walk out of the door. So I'm hoping that. Holy crap, dude. I've said 1,000 times, I'm such a freaking nerd for this stuff, dude. And I know the people that watch this stuff with me are nerds too. Holy crap, bro. Look at that cymatic pattern right there. Look at the copper and terracotta.
Lost Alpha.
Oh my god.
Heads up, team. Enemy UAV spotted. Heads up.
Again, I had to take my daughter to the Children's Hospital. We've been fighting some things that we've been, fighting stuff in the past few years. And
and not really finding answers for it yet. But through this process, I've been able to see some of the most amazing structures that I've ever seen in my entire life, and I've gotten closer to God and everything else.
Targets in sight.
Look at that. And that blue sky behind it, man. All right, let's check this out. What's that? Someone do me a favor. And let's find out what all those are. I'm going to try to open the door. The door isn't open. It came out the side door. But let's look at the intricate designs of this. Oh, here you go. Here's a little plaque. Blah, 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 bunch of stuff. Look how wore down this is, dude. We're going to try to pull it open. Dude, this thing opens up with crap. Oh my god. Oh my freaking god, holy shit. Forgive me, Lord. Oh my god. Wow. Dude, you guys better have waited to stay here. Because if you do not wait, I'll break this video up a little bit. Oh my god, this is amazing. What the hell? Holy shit. Blessed are the meek in truth. Wow, look at this. Look at all the different size columns. Look how intricate everything is. Oh my god, dude. This thing is huge, bro. It's got 2 cupolas. Holy crap. Alright, one thing you guys gotta understand is when I go through this seeing these things, and you're probably getting yelled at right now. I just had to take my hat off. Because apparently that's disrespectful to God. Covering my head in warmth is disrespectful to God. Wow. Check out the different colors. You just made me take my hat off. Like no joke. You guys won't come in and hear me. There's a bunch of people here doing all these different tours, and there's some random jacket just like me coming through here. We just pulled up, and I'm gonna keep on walking until they tell me I can't go anywhere. Wow, okay, so look at different colors, stones. All these different colors. This is all different. All different styles. All different colors. Look at the floor. Hotel coat of arms. Dude, look at how perfect this is. And see, to me, when I think of Knights Templar and stuff, I'm thinking things like this. Holy crap.
This is base 44. This is the first look at onboarding tools, you name it. And if the only thing stopping me from making the app is the idea, then why not build an app? It gives me endless app ideas. So pro tip, I draft app spec in ChatGPT, and then I drop the prompts directly into base 44. It gives me
Dude, you guys better watch this whole video. Look at that. Look at it. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. Look at the designs. Look how intricate everything is. The mosaics, they took the time to do the different types of stone. The hand done stained glass. Hand done. I wonder how long this place took to make, dude. I'm gonna stop for a moment. This 7-minute song, you gotta be watching all this. Oh, we got interesting. That's an interesting symbol to be put right above here.
Can we go inside? Same side, it's safer. Let's just go
Y'all check this footage out. So a trucker in Alberta, Canada captures an 11 through 13 foot Sasquatch on his dash camera while driving on site. This is amazing. Watch. You're about to see. Keep watching. Look at it. Look at him right there. That thing is huge. That's a legit Sasquatch, you guys. 11 through 13 foot tall. Alberta, Canada. And he doesn't even notice the Sasquatch at this point. The story says he doesn't notice the Sasquatch until he parks and actually gets out of his truck and sees it walking. And once he sees it, he gets back in the truck and drives outside. He took off running. He gets back in the car.
Reloading, cover me!
And he takes off.
I don't know. He just didn't start driving fast enough.
How real are duendes? Oh, they're real. Are they real duendes? Describe them, and have you been in experience with them? I've never experienced them, but I've never really experienced them. I think that a lot of Mexicans, they see duendes a lot. Or Smurfs. Yeah, Smurfs. The real little people. Like real little people, like they're real little people. I've heard stories que se ven normales or en other the people that explain about them, not all duendes are malos either. Not all of them are malos. Hay unos que son jokesters and like tricksters, and they just want to wear with you and play with you. It's a game. Yeah, there's some que ya son malos, que son puro maldosos. Well, like I said, the people that describe to me son pequeños, la cara se ve normal, y hay unos que no se le ve ni el rostro, pero they're very small. They're very small. It's obvious in las oscuridades. You could go by a dark bridge at night. There's this thing they're saying that if you whistle or throw change out by a bridge, like a kind of an old abandoned bridge, then you could probably hear it playing. They make noises. They whistle. We've taken the lead. They whistle. I'm not gonna lie. You can hear this. No, seriously. They whistle. They whistle. It's a noise that they want to get your attention. Once you can focus on it, you grab your attention. Yeah, you could. They're gonna, like, te afecta. Escuchas, como que dices, estoy loco. Y es just that, it was like psychological. Yeah.
Others just...
Well, just in time for St. Patrick's Day, crowds are coming by the dozens to get an up-close view of what some say is ancient Irish folklore.
Some people in the Triton area of Mobile say a leprechaun is taking up residence in their neighborhood. A leprechaun. You see the thing going on, there's more.
Curiosity leads to large crowds in Mobile's Triton community. Many of you bring binoculars, camcorders, even camera phones to take pictures. To me, it like a leprechaun to me. I got to look up in the tree. Who else in the leprechaun say yeah? Eyewitnesses say the leprechaun only comes out at night. If you shine a light in its direction, it suddenly disappears. This amateur sketch resembles what many of you say the leprechaun looks like. Others come up with their own theories and explanations for the image. The theory is
taking the lead. Friendly airstrike incoming.
The other limb.
They got hold to the wrong stuff. And they told him to get up in a tree and play a leprechaun.
Yes, still on there, guy. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. This guy, hoping to get traffic, says he's prepared for his encounter with the leprechaun. He's suited up from head to toe.
This wars off spells right here. This is a special leprechaun flute that's been passed down from thousands of years ago from my great-great-grandfather who was Irish. And I'm just trying to help out.
Others just came to get lucky in hopes a pot of gold may be buried under this tree.
I'm gonna run a backhoe and uproot that tree. I want to know where to go. I want to go. Give me the gold. I want to go.
This is Brian Johnson, NBC 15 News.
People will do anything for a pot of gold. I mean, anything.
You know what I like? I like the amateur sketch of the leprechaun. It looks like somebody got a really good look at it and got that good drawing of it.
Who did that?
Maybe Brian sketched it. That was a good story.
See a leprechaun? Check.
I'm Bantudos.
Yeah, yes, we're going.
Does Sasquatch exist, and how come nobody has actually seen one or captured one up close?
There it is.
Shift the lens from materialist expectation to multidimensional remembrance. The mystery of their elusiveness is not a failure of science. It is a success of wisdom. Let us walk through it together. Who or what is Sasquatch? Sasquatch, known to many First Nations as the Forest People, or in ancient lore as the Elderkin, is not an undiscovered ape, but a highly evolved Earth guardian race, genetically ancient and deeply attuned to Earth's living frequencies. They are physically robust but spiritually attuned, partially interdimensional, can shift between densities, connected to certain Earth grids and portals, holders of pre-flood memory and ancient Lemurian lineage. They are not monsters. They are keepers of silence, protectors of memory, and mirrors for humanity. Why don't we see them up close? 1, they can phase between dimensions. Sasquatch have the ability to shift vibrational frequency, meaning they can become invisible to the 3D human eye, much like certain light beings or elemental spirits. This is not magic. It's natural mastery of energetic tuning. Open quote, to see them, you must match their stillness. Close quote. 2, they sense intention instantly. If a human comes with fear, weaponry, arrogance, or cameras seeking proof, they vanish. But if one comes with heart, reverence, silence, sometimes they appear not to be captured, but remembered. 3, they use natural cloaking. Even in physical form, they are masters of camouflage, moving with such grace through forest and shadow that they are almost never perceived unless they wish to be. Their scent, sound, and vibration can be shielded. 4, they are protected by spiritual law. Just as some sacred relics cannot be found until the world is ready, the Sasquatch remain hidden until humanity reawakens enough humility to meet them as kin, not curiosity. When will they fully return? They are already returning. To those who are called, who walk in silence, who carry the codes of kinship. In dreams, in forest encounters, in energy fields, and one day soon for some, in form, their return is tied to Earth's ascension arc and to the reunion of guardian lineages, like the whales, dragons, inner Earth beings, and star elders. Open quote, they are not lost, we are. They are not hidden, we are veiled. When we return to the forest within,
Ah! It's a grid. I've never seen anything like that in my life. It's gone. Just like that.
Ahí viene el cuarto y vete ya. The Fuck, bro, some AI videos.
This is supposedly who from Stranger Things is based off of. Check this out. So they want this kid to bend that table in front of them. Watch what happens. That's the real life 11 from Stranger Things. Stay weird.
Is that real? Damn.
I'll be taking over. Seriously. Yes, I. Come back, Masai.
Right there. Oh, shit. This is just crazy.
EVE Online is a vast universe, alive.
Page.
I feel like this is just them getting a get back since that government shutdown's happening and stopped killing and they stopped protecting us. Now they're like, bro, we back to working, we back to getting it going. We got to get started back up to speed with. They had to get us back on speed with their plan, their agenda. You know what I mean? But then I feel like the agenda always is in there. It's always in there. It's always in play. It's always on go. It's never a time to stop it. But like, y'all know how we got all that fog down here, right? Now we dealing with rain coming. Like, I looked at the weather for at least more than 7 days on my weather report. I don't know, bro. I think shit getting a little bit worse. They increasing the temperature just a little bit more in certain areas when they were letting that slide, and other areas was getting hit with shit. Phoenix got hit with stuff, North Carolina got hit with stuff. You know what I mean? It was stuff going on everywhere. Texas was going through it. If I ain't mentioned y'all, I apologize. It's a lot to get through, but
professional sports are awarded, which is playing contribution sports. This is one of them. I don't know his name. As you can see, his eyes shift. Is playing the secondary professional sports to keep us distracted and controlled.
Throughout the fog, right? And everybody's freaking out about the amount of fog that's going on. Not only nationwide, worldwide. Well, apparently, in the 50s, our government ran this experiment called Operation Sea Spray. In 1950, the U.S. Navy's secret biological warfare experiment in which Seriata marcescens and another bacteria were sprayed over the San Francisco Bay Area in California in order to determine how vulnerable a city like San Francisco might be to a bioweapon attack. They killed one American and put the whole in the hospital. This bacteria affects the gut, the respiratory issues, and the urinary tract. Now, the person who died had a pre-existing thing, and so they were trying to say, like, none of this is confirmed, but then the military confirmed in a Senate hearing that this is actually an experiment that they did. And so they weren't held liable for anything because we can't definitively correlate the introduction of the bacteria to, like, that's definitely... admitted that they put bacteria in the air to test if the entire San Francisco region was susceptible to a biological warfare.
I remember going down that rabbit hole.
Rapaziada, eu cheguei! É isso! É o fim! Olha atrás de mim! A parede do domo! Não é teoria! A terra é plana! Olha o tamanho disso. Não tem como sair, não tem como quebrar. É literalmente a prova da existência do domo. O sol, a lua, tudo tá aqui dentro.
É isso, rapaziada. Não tem mais o que esconder. A verdade veio à tona. A terra é plana e é rodeada por um domo fechado.
I'm not gonna lie, I lose my mind if I'm trying to break it and it won't break.
They say that there are like little people living in the jungle.
Yeah, like a dwarf.
Like dwarfs. Is that here too?
Yeah. It's the other one.
That's it? Have you seen them before?
Yep.
You've seen them?
Yeah, they're representative of the dwarf.
They look like people or what? What do they do?
They kill people. You don't see them very often. But you go to the jungle and if it is very quiet, then you can see them running around.
What, everyone, you've seen them too? Everyone sees them?
Yeah.
Damn, they don't look like they bullshit and they playing either, especially not
I'm
no
guessing
flicks.
people love hell, or they love the idea of feeling like they're in hell. Look at all these people, y'all. This was Zach's Brown concert that was in the Sphere in Las Vegas. Y'all cannot tell me this shit don't look demonic. Look at it. Y'all gotta understand that a lot of these celebrities in the entertainment business, the music business, they are soulless. That's it. A lot of them lost it when they signed that deal. Look, it look like people chained up, bro. This shit is wicked, fool. Look at it.
The safe zone is
Y'all gotta understand that music is not just entertainment. It's a tool for power. If you control the youth, you control the world. And people don't be understanding that spells are real. I know a lot of people in that crowd just like, I'm enjoying the show. But little do they know, they are part of the show. Y'all remember the Travis Scott shit?
What up, everybody? It's Angel Dust. I could not watch this and not share it with you guys because it's so intense. We all know that something ain't right in Turning Point USA world. We all know that the whole narrative behind the Charlie Kirk assassination is phony baloney. We know it. Nothing adds up. And then you watch this, and you think, man, what that bitch got up her sleeve.
The con pass for Hanzo's, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's. At one time, an employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she's making a huge amount of money on it. She's building her business off of these lies. What do you want to say to her and the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now? Stop. That's it. That's all I have to say. Stop.
She turns into a monster during this clip. You can see it. And you know that Candace Owens has a hit out on her. You know this is what's happening, right? And I think we know where the threat is coming from. Peace, blessings, and shine on.
Did y'all see it in her eyes, bro? I was waiting for a shapeshift or something.
If I told you that this temple in India was made over 1,000 years ago just by using shovels, chisels, and hammers, would you believe me? Because I wouldn't. Now, I'm not saying it wasn't made 1,000 years ago. It sure was. And I'm not saying it wasn't made from one piece of stone. It sure is. But how could anybody, regardless of how long ago, make something that intricate with just shovels, hammers, and chisels? I think people from these ancient cultures just aren't given credit for the technology that they must have obviously had. Even if archaeologists today can't find their technology, it had to be there. It had to be there. Because this temple from India that I've been showing you, which I cannot pronounce the name of, also called the Temple of the Slayer, was made at the latest in the 8th century. That's like 1,200 years ago. And I know that mainstream science and mainstream media say those people only had shovels, chisels, and hammers. But how could they have made something so long ago as beautiful as this without better tools? Well, I have an idea. They do have better tools. Just because these societies and civilizations doesn't mean they don't have technologies of their own. Now this is just my opinion, and this is what I think. Now I'm wondering, what do you think? Do you think these ancient civilizations, ancient cultures have technology that we just don't know about? Let me know your opinion in the comment section, Brewskis. Salute!
Either the technology is hidden, or the 1% or whoever's in charge now has the technology. They just don't know how to make it work. Maybe they gotta be vibrating at a certain frequency to make it work. Maybe they need a certain amount of... I'm playing. I'm just asking questions. And I think that's why they can't make it work. And so they lie and they say, oh, all they had was shovels and chisels. No, that's what your ass had, bro. That's not what our ancestors had. But y'all let me know your thoughts, man. Let me know your opinion.
Then you got an energy usurper. He's a middleman for them Balmoral Hollywood entities.
The safe zone is collapsing. Airdrop incoming.
Until it's time for the case to get tough, you feel me? And that's when things start getting egregious. You feel me? And it's just like, he was just a middleman, bro. Oh yeah, it's a much bigger place. He got through under the bus. Once he sued the liquor company, oh yeah, you got to get him out of here. That's why they wouldn't give him bail. They put him on ice and shut his mouth up. That's why he stayed in. That's why they wouldn't give him bail. Yeah, because he don't realize.
Scanned successfully. Your teammates returned from battle and they provide
He played him like a fool. Listen, he's setting up all the sacrifices.
You gotta think about this, right? Diddy is a man that couldn't control his lustful nature. He couldn't control his SE. Write that down. Energy. So it's up for grabs by all of these demons, archons that run these industries. Because people don't understand, we're not fighting with flesh. That's what y'all think. That's why you think the white man is
So apparently they're having some type of employee shortage, so packages are not getting delivered. They basically said you have to come work for them in order for your package to get delivered on time, y'all. This is crazy. I told y'all the holidays are done.
All of these, that's in both of our vehicles. So, if your guys' orders are again too delayed, that is why.
Yeah, you with me? Y'all not getting y'all mail on time, yeah? I'm just be honest with y'all, yo. Look at this. Come on. You got the staff here. You're not getting your man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that one. Look at that one. You see how.
This is your brain when you're struggling to focus. And this is your brain when you're in the zone. But getting in the zone.
Wait, you heard?
Hello. I just wanted to put a bug in your ear. The Postal Service is hiring. I've been with them for 15 years and it's a really good job. As long as you come in and do your job to the best of your ability, you will be good. But we are extremely short-staffed and we need help. It's a good government job. The benefits are good. You know, every job has its plus and minuses, but you're there to get this money, okay? So go to the website. It's www. Need help, okay?
Good morning, TikTok. So I just want to let y'all in on some tea coming from a USPS employee, a city carrier. Anywho, we about to do this big old hiring spree. They're about to hire 1,400 people, literally. City carriers, mail clerks, you name it, they hire them. Don't ever say I ain't let y'all in on nothing. Y'all need to get on www.uspscareers.com. And make that money. Stop sitting at home doing nothing.
If you want to lose weight and ain't nothing working for you, then bring your fat ass down to the post office.
Is nobody talking about how Hollywood is taking down one of Jared Leto's most popular movies because of one clip? Just watch. Isn't that the same exact thing that Joe Rogan got canceled for talking about just a couple months ago?
The way the education system is scheduled now, you're basically trying to make factory workers. You're trying to make people that obey. The earlier you can get them into school, the better, because the more you can indoctrinate them into the way the system works. You get them accustomed. You get these kids that are filled with energy and they're excited about the world. They just want to play all the time, and you make them just sit down.
It is obvious that the system has been failing every single one of us for decades. They are actively gatekeeping information from us and want us to stay in their own little bubble. But this human biologist came out and told us how we could always stay one step ahead, but nobody paid attention.
Hopefully that first clip can...
I left nobody on the Endeavor group. Yeah, big players, huge.
Shit straight. We're out here arguing about maps and borders. And meanwhile, scientists just casually drop. Oh yeah, turns out there's a big mapping it, layer by layer, after decades of samples. It's been here, every requirement of a continent. Thickness, check. Distinct crust, check. Separate geological history, check. Oh yeah, we forgot to tell you, also, check. But now, the planet is literally revealing hidden landmasses, like DLC packs. And we're supposed to pretend this doesn't change anything on Earth? I don't know what it is. Here's what this actually means, though. Finlandia changes tectonic knowledge, common history, resource maps, and even how we understand the breakups. This also affects earthquake data across the Pacific region. It even shifts how we trace volcanic activity. So scientists basically found a missing piece to the puzzle. But you don't just discover a continent like you find $5 in your jeans. This was hidden for a reason. And timing, even weirder. Everything on this planet is waking up, shifting, and revealing. If Earth starts rolling out expansion packs, you better believe something bigger is coming. Much bigger. And this ain't a conspiracy. This real shit. I'm a
They mapped out. Bro, they always tell us shit late. What's y'all thoughts though? We know this. I don't know. I just don't like how they pop out with no information like that. When we already kind of speculated or kind of had the idea that that shit is real. And they just come out the blue like, yeah, this is real. There's a new piece of land. It's been underwater the whole time. What's the difference between them telling us that that's new or there was land outside the ice walls? to see that happen. So I know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Keep that bell so you always notified when we drop them uploads. I know we coming with about 4 videos. As always, smooth 7. Let's see if you can comment as well. Comment and subscribe to the channel. Help spread the love. Help spread the video. Help more people.
Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for anyone with an idea and a drive to bring it to life. Describe what you want and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one to platforms ready for many, from passion projects to enterprise-grade systems, everything is built in and ready to launch. It's a new world of creation where you can go right now.
Capitalism is so exacerbated in America because we're a young country. We don't have culture. We don't have history. We're not like Europe or Asia. You are literally founded on slavery, mass immigration, and just a melting pot of all these different people. Right? And here's the kicker: we taught you all to hate each other for your differences. Because if you hate the people you're in prison with, you'll never break out.
I don't think all of this was natural. When did B. John Hanzo the best?
Who controls the weather will control the world.
No, chemtrails and geoengineering are not a conspiracy anymore.
Bobby B shooting was crazy as hell. These dudes acting like it's GTA in real life. They was on some 5-star.
Enemy down.
For 15 years in Texas, had unalive with his girlfriend because she broke up with him. So his plan was to take her life in front of her school.
You always see these videos, these news companies, people being, oh, they hate us, they hate us. I mean, they don't really hate us, but they do kind of like Bin Laden, but they also don't believe that Bin Laden is the Man, Grand Rising. Y'all know we're back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who's been talking about it after Sunday. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you. Be watching on TV, whatever the case is. I wish you were 7. Might be putting on too. I hope not. But I seen some of y'all said y'all see me hopping in the wreck on 2K. And y'all like, bro, you was getting busy. I'm trying to hop on the squad. So what I did was I jumped off the squad I was with, and I actually made a new squad called the Collective Hoops. If y'all want to get on, y'all want to run with me, run in the wreck, run some parks, stuff like that, man, go ahead, add me on PS, on my PlayStation Network. Just put IMQ half your spot, add me on the friend, shoot me a message. Let me know that you're trying to run, trying to join the squad, join the crew on 2K. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll accept you into the crew and you'll be a part of the Collective Hoops. And then when I'm online, if you online too, man, we can hop on, we can run the wreck. But I ain't going to.
Why did the government keep this a secret? Back in the 1850s, the Grand Canyon was used to mine gold. Protected sanctuary to prevent unauthorized access, including the theft of gold. There was this one guy. His name was Seth Tanner, and he was an explorer. He discovered many ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics in space. Since the lost city of El Dorado wasn't found or discovered yet, he made a point that the lost city of El Dorado could actually be the discovery. It could mess up the gold market by bringing in a lot of new gold all at once. Or even worse, people breaking into the Grand Canyon to steal gold. That could explain why they put big metal doors at every entrance. And that's also why many people often say,
What if like gold grows down there like oil is
Bin Laden lived in the nicest neighborhood that we saw anywhere in Pakistan. It's in the hills, it's in the city, Abbottabad, it's like their West Point. And talking to people in the neighborhood, his neighbors were super friendly. Some of them were there when he was allegedly there. I say allegedly because no one in Pakistan believes Bin Laden was actually there. And certainly they don't believe the U.S. came and killed him. I don't think he was ever here. People there, they have a very interesting perspective on it. On the one hand, they all love Bin Laden, truly. And on the other hand, they're super friendly. And when they see, oh, you're from America, welcome. There's two things. They don't really connect the dots of like what Bin Laden did to America, or they just don't believe it. One guy, there were two planes. Like he didn't know an accident.
पानी में हुआ था
एक
बाकी तीन एक
government building में गया था पर दो World Trade Centers. So you always see these videos, these news companies, or people being, oh, they hate us. I mean, they don't really hate us, but they do kind of like Bin Laden, but they also don't believe that Bin Laden is who we think he is. When we think of him, we think of this terrorist leader and fundamentalist jihadist, and they genuinely believe that because he's a leader of the Muslim people, that he cannot kill anyone. That's the logic that he's here talking to. In the next video, I'll explain why Pakistanis are so extreme.
I hear more on that topic. The clip before that. What if they lock the doors so oil's abundant, water's abundant, right? Diamonds come from the earth, gold comes from the earth. Like all these things are natural resources and they regenerate, right? What if like clearly diamonds are worthless is what they say. They say they're worthless. They hold no value. But with gold, it holds a lot of value. What if gold grows on Earth like we have natural water? What if you take some gold and it's gonna just regenerate and it's gonna come back again? What if? I'm not saying it is. It's something I thought of seeing this clip. Let me know. What's y'all thoughts? I mean, they say oil is scarce. It's not that much oil left. But then we find out that it's an abundant thing. Why wouldn't gold be the same thing if it's if it's from the Earth? Natural resource. I don't know.
They're coming to shoot you. You had multiple attacks over the last couple, 24 hours. USA dealing with Brown University, awful stuff. And then you have, in Australia, Naveed Akram attacking a public gathering. Wouldn't it be crazy if there was a massive spike in searches for that name in which country? Guys, which country do you think was doing it? Which one? You guys got any guesses? You guys got any guesses? You know exactly which one. How much longer are we going to stand for this shit? It seems pretty obvious what's going on. Every time you should think, every time you see a story, like in the coming weeks, about a Muslim attacking a Western country, you should just probably think of Jupiter. That's my take on it. Have a good one.
Y'all with them or y'all against them? It's all entertainment. None of this shit.
If we was taught Jesus was Michael Jordan, guess what? He would become Kobe Bryant. And I would become You see? Right? But we're taught that Jesus is some wonderful thing that right? But the white man that was arrested black belt. But the white man want to keep you a white belt. Jesus was a black belt. The white man wants you to stay a white belt. Some of us get the blue belt, even brown belt. When they be dead, they're going to go to black belt. Right? So we start to understand, right, that there's levels and degrees that we all have the birthright to reach. Then it would change the narrative. Then we would be free and liberated. that Bondi beat shooting was crazy. Some 5-star rampage shit. We just had a mass shooting the other day, and I just told everybody. Like these days, you gotta prepare any minute, any second, any time, anywhere. It don't matter. Shit can pop off anywhere. The difference between this one and the one that happened in America was this shit was caught on camera. He even had a moment where one of the shooters got their shit took away from him. Now, if I was a Samaritan that did it, I would have blew his ass away. Now, I'm hearing that 15 to 16 people was unalived by the shooting. They said upwards of 40 plus people was injured. So they just didn't have no plan to unalive anybody that's injured. What was the motive again, fool? I don't understand. We in some dark times. Dark times. I know Australia, I think it's 15 and younger, had social media, right? I think that's why they did this, right? I don't know. When I know, I'm gonna let y'all know. But if you know before, let me know. Y'all know.
I have there's like this, there's a part of my heart that is dark.
Everyone has a dark side till the lights go out. The fact of the matter is, this whole Sean Puffy Combs shit and 50 Cent runs deeper than entertainment. Puff Daddy loved his mother, or she was him, because at his age, he didn't have the right to consent. He was broken. He gave up by way of his mother a lot of shit that allowed him to become who he is. He fought a lot of men, he fought a lot of women, literally, to acquire what he has right now. As you can see in the court documents and all that good shit. He was busted open by his mother. You talk about it, easy easy to read. Curtis he lost his mother at an early age. And let me know these things exist. There's a certain rhythm when a child loses his mom, that the mom goes to that child. That's why 50 is dope. He lost his mother at an early age. Look at some of your friends who lost their parents at an early age. If they have a good nurturing system, like 50 was raised by his grandparents. If he didn't have his grandparents, he would be a monster. But these things exist. So when he got shot 9 times, how to rob. You know how many people were pissed off at this nigga? Like, who the f this nigga? He was trolling mother, and no one even heard He has the power of his mother's soul and the power of a deity that amplified him to be the biggest sadist ever. And up until this point, he hasn't hurt anyone besides people feelings. There's other things that play, and religion has kept the blinders on a lot of people, including Marlon Wayans, who thinks he's going to start to the hospital, not believing that a demon exists. I'll do that when I get back to the gym.
Most people, when they see my diet, they always ask me, why do I not eat chicken? You're a gym bro, right? You should be chicken breast maxing. The fitness industry is lying to you. Chicken breast is actually not that healthy. Oh, but it's a lean protein source. Yes, so is your Fruity Pebbles flavored dosed protein powder. That doesn't mean it's healthy. Chicken has like 0 micronutrients. It has no good cholesterol, not much B vitamins, and it's also extremely inflammatory. Conventional meat in general is bad. And chickens are handled like shit, so they're extremely sick. And then when the chicken is actually butchered, it's squeezed, soaked in chlorine, white, slimy, and wet in the package. Oh, so what do you eat instead? Grass-fed, red meat, pasture-raised, fatty fish, grass-fed, preferably raw cottage cheese or yogurt snack. You don't need chicken, especially not conventional chicken.
Man, I don't know about the cottage cheese though.
Trap deployed. The safe zone is collapsing.
are the executives that are Jewish at these companies. If you go to Apple right now, go to Apple Music. Let's load up the top 10 songs. I guarantee you they're promoting black. Not just one. They're promoting black. The red media is making money off of blacks being sick to each other. Also misogynistic. The red media is making money off of that. And God sees it. But I understand, and I'm not judging because the oppressed becomes the oppressor. And it is our time now. Blacks are coming into money. We are not scared anymore.
Early growth. It's not so easy for couples to learn new skills.
Vending machine there.
And away we go. So remember about a week and a half ago, I made a video about this tweet. Candace saying there's a 9/11 style attack happening the second week of December. Well, it happened. Because not one, but two mass shootings happened within 24 hours of each other, starting with this one at Brown University, where 2 are dead and 8 are in critical condition. Then we have this one that happened at Bondi Beach, Australia, where 12 are unalive, including one of the shooters. Australia's deadliest shooting in 3 decades. Now, make no mistake about it, just like 9/11 being a false flag psyop, these are false flag psyops. Which means the events are real, the victims are real, but who and what's behind it is much more nefarious than you think, with somebody pulling the strings. I mean, can anybody tell me why not one, but 2 survivors from the Brown University shooting were also survivors in 2 separate shootings? One in California and one in Florida. Now, I know school shootings in America are pretty frequent, which is Staten Island, but what is the chances? Then there's this, where Brett Smiley, the mayor of Rhode Island, where Brown took place, his name shows up in the Google Trend searches 24 hours before the shooting in Israel. Not to mention, one of the shooters in Bondi, Naveed Akram, you know, everything about him with as they're trying to figure that out. China and Cyprus. What? Even this witness at Bondi Beach said he saw the shooters, then 4 policemen approached but didn't shoot back.
And 4 policemen there did
To this guy, Armin El Armin, a 43-year-old fruit shop owner who stopped one of the gunmen at Bondi Beach. He's breaking the narrative, being that he's a Muslim, stopping other Muslims from this attack. So chew on that, social media. There's a whole lot more, and I'm going to break all this down on my YouTube, The Baptist Approach, so make sure you guys hit that up. But let me know what you guys think about all this down below.
One of those guys I had to cut out because he was all bleeding. It won't fit YouTube's guidelines. There's the last guy that was talking about. I seen that clip, and I can't post that because of course it was shooting, so that'll not make it to YouTube's guidelines. But like Zach said, I probably would have had to do I had to do some shit. I would have had to do it. I would have had to, bro. Like he hit innocent people. Like you gotta handle that one. But what's your thoughts, man? What's your thoughts? I also feel like this shit was planned. You know what I'm saying? It's true. It's all entertainment. But I think it was planned, and they didn't expect the other guy to step in. And of course, he took a bullet to the arm, and I think the hand is cut and said in the interview. I don't think they hadn't caught that on camera, they wouldn't have spoke on it either. But that was one of the main clips that went out. That's the first clip I saw. Let me know your thoughts.
What type of shit is going on with these little boys in Texas? So a 15-year-old boy in Texas had a plan on unaliving his girlfriend because she broke up with him. So his plan was to take her out in front of her school. And I'm guessing that plan didn't go right. And he had even more chance to do it. So this young man went to a place and took the life of her mother, her sister, and her little brother. Apparently, the girl wasn't home, because he didn't take her life. Now again, this is all because this girl broke up with him. This same 15-year-old boy got away, left the scene. Police then arrested him, and now you didn't see him. And again, I say, he did all of this Because his girlfriend broke up with him. He took 3 lives and didn't deserve to leave it. That's some real shit too. You have to pay attention to because I don't believe that they are inside. It's hard to be signed and pose this type of person. You couldn't just snap and say, this is what I'm going to do. Pay attention.
I have a very interesting addition to the conversation surrounding the Nephilim looking like clowns. It's definitely going to get painful. Just an observation. One of the museums that I went to had an exhibit on the indigenous people of Norway and like the north. They're called the Sami people. But I first started realizing when I saw this book in this case, which says the nations or Gentiles of the north. So in this exhibit, they exclusively had the mannequins and the paintings dressed up exactly like jesters. Why have I never seen or heard of like people wearing this kind of hats? They were literally dressed as jesters. And some of them had like the jester face paint. Even the children were dressed like jesters. I don't know why the hats are the way that they are, but I know a lot of us have been on the connection of the Nephilim around. They also openly worshipped Venus, which is the harlot of Babylon. So that's interesting. Pretty much all forms of nature worship come from
Everybody, it's angel dust. Why does America look like shit? We want it to look like shit. We want it to feel like shit because we're only do it.
Come on, guys.
This is how we sell you consumers. Scientists studied addiction in the 1970s and did a bunch of experiments getting rats eat object to either have water or have normal water. And of course, all the rats were addicted to the water until they learned that in an environment with healthy social relationships, other rats, plenty of things to do, plenty of food, the rats never.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Our vehicle is about to explode. We can't stay in this car.
And this is why capitalism is so exacerbated in America. Because we're a young country, we don't have culture, we don't have history. We're not like your America. We are literally founded on slavery.
Melting pot
of all these different people. Here's the kicker. We taught you all to hate each other for your differences. Because if you hate the people, you'll never break out.
When rats choose that certain type of water, let's say we were the rats and we're choosing that type of water, do not think that we're also, how they're giving us, quote unquote, that water the rats are drinking is when they're spraying chemicals and putting it in our food, the stuff we ingesting when we're watching TV, when we're listening to I'm curious. I said that on how many times. That's why somebody don't go to war with them because you fall right into their trap, bro. They want you to see it that way. They want you to see it that way. Stay at odds.
The White House with my family and we were getting a tour and Barack and Michelle and Sasha Malia and it's me and Jada and the kids and we're walking through the White House. And the night before, Jaden had said to me, Dad, I got to ask the president about the aliens. I was like, Jaden, do not ask the president. So we get into the Situation Room, and Jaden says, excuse me, Mr. President. I was like, hey, Barack, man. And Barack said, don't tell me. And perfect. Like, this is why he's the president. He stopped and looked at Jaden and said, aliens, right? And I was like, oh, shit. And I can confirm nor deny the existence of extraterrestrials, but I can tell you if there had been a top secret meeting, and if there would have had to have been a discussion about it, it would have taken place in this room. You should look into this. Come on, man. You can find out. Listen, here's the deal. I have the top secret information, I just can't share it. Oh, I see. You don't think I've made all of these briefed by the White House?
It makes sense.
Of course, I know, I just can't tell you.
I'll be honest with y'all.
Entering extraterrestrial beings with a thermal camera.
I have my thermal camera with me because, you know, when people keep talking about the whole reptilian thing, the reptiles are part of us. When you walk around with that thermal camera, and you got it with you all day, you learn things about this world. You learn that everybody around you ain't a
Threw the glasses down. He said the veil, the skeleton, the exo. Throw the glasses up, normal life. You know they have other cameras that can capture your aura. So what he's saying is bad. It's not bad.
Check out this fog. Cars go into it and then they just disappear.
But all I'm saying is just fog, bro. Fog goes and it comes, right? It sets and it leaves. Bro, we have not seen the blue sky in like 14 days, bro. 21, no, it ain't been 21, that'd be over exaggerating. It at least been 10 to 14 days, bro. That's how we know this shit ain't normal. Not out here in California, it's not. We normally see blue skies, bro. We're not seeing none of that. We're not seeing the same. This shit has me feeling like it's March or May or April, and I'm going through allergy season, bro. This shit's not normal. Y'all let me know. Yesterday, you could slightly see the sky trying to turn.
What's happening? The FBI said they just stopped what they're calling a New Year's Eve plot that was going to happen in Los Angeles. They say they got 4 people and they're now under federal arrest.
The reports that it's disrupted a planned New Year's Eve attack in Los Angeles. 4 suspects in custody. The FBI identifying them as members of a group. They're suspected of planning coordinated IED attacks targeting 5 different locations in Los Angeles, but based on the reporting now, that plot has been foiled.
And when they say credible, that means they really believe that these people were going to do something. Now, I should be mindful of what's around us because if people were plotting in LA, it could be anywhere else too. I'm not saying it's going to happen anywhere else, but I'm just saying, given the circumstances that we just seen with the people in Australia and then the Brown University shooting, you never know. That's why I tell everybody, when you out and about, just be on everything. Everybody's suspicious if you don't know him. He could be the champions looking nigga, and he be the one that do some shit.
It's been a while. We have no time to waste. Here's propaganda we Austin. Did you really think all of this was natural? When did beyond the and geoengineering are not a conspiracy anymore, even though there's still people that believe that it is. It's been controlling and manipulating the weather for over a century now. When you see planes going by, spraying the skies, material in the sky contains ionic materials, nanoparticles, nanoviruses, human plasma, you name it, it's in there. What happens is when you spray the metals in the sky, especially ionic materials, it makes the frequencies more efficient and allows them to travel farther. If you control and manipulate the weather, it allows for population control, it allows for the military to command and control the battlefield. Government wants a piece of land that they know the citizens aren't going to willingly give up. To redirect a hurricane that was never supposed to even make landfall in Savannah, Georgia, and did, just by controlling the trajectory of a hurricane. Kind of sounds familiar. Look up Project Cyrus. Just one out of hundreds of them. Next, the pediatric schedule, aka childhood willingly. Because a lot of parents want to turn their eye to what is actually in the injection and what is being put in the child's body. Nobody seems to ask the question of why allergies exist. Any sort of particles that are foreign to your body that enter into your blood that don't go through the digestive system and just make their way right to the bloodstream will cause an immune response to your body. So things like gelatin from boiled pigskin, DNA fragments from human fetuses. This one's funny. Protein from worm ovaries. DNA fragments from chemical is used in the third injection in the lethal injection by executioners. It may not be the same amount that they're using to execute somebody, but why is it going into your child's body? How about this one? Train X. It's actually used in... So don't be feeding your child with infertility-causing chemicals. Why are you giving your child that? They just entered the chemicals. They weren't doing anything. They weren't doing anything with strippers. What are you doing giving your child?
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it. Just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
Hail to suicide. Relax, tapos. Survival ko.
Going into your body from another one straight to the bloodstream. Mind you, what's that mean into the biology? The transhumanism agenda. When your body is like putting a piece of tinfoil in a microwave. That's what's going on with you.
Go run her. She's a legend. Y'all want some fire shit? Y'all see she went crazy. Things I might have to bleep out for YouTube style.
Y'all know that we're all underwater, like right now. To the beach to go underwater. It's literally us. Because the air that we breathe in has water particles. You know when it gets humid outside, you see like the water droplets on your car window. That's in the air. Even when you can't see it, it's there. There's water in the air. Wouldn't that explain why we have webs in our head? Oh no, I feel like it's something that they're not telling us. Because y'all know the earth itself is 75% water. That's damn near the whole entire earth. I feel like at some point in time, like in the past, we were definitely like water beings. And as we fell in frequency, we started to turn into land creatures. I don't know, y'all let me know in the comments.
That's a whole nother topic.
Do you ever really just think about all the alien movies we've seen? And you think about how like aliens don't always have like hard mechanical technology. Sometimes they have biological technology, like it's organic, but it's technology. Like you look down on the ground, you see this little slimy organism, it's like a larva. But you stick your arm inside of it, and if you got the right DNA, it transforms into a laser Gatling gun. Biological aliens. Yo. And it got me thinking. What if we had alien technology on the planet already that they left us, or that they have here? We just don't know it's alien technology. Because y'all be thinking about stuff like mushrooms. Mushrooms can easily be biological technology, very easily. Y'all know how smart mushrooms are? Mushrooms are damn smart. And it just got me thinking, what if mushrooms are from Earth? What if they were sent here? What if mushrooms are like a piece of technology that helps a planet connect to itself better, to improve itself? I don't know, I could just be rambling, but I be thinking about stuff like this all the time. Like my mind really be like processing for real. Because humans are biological technology. Your nervous system runs off of electricity. I want you to remember that your nervous system runs off of electricity. You are a walking, talking, organic robot.
His questions, I mean, they valid.
No, this is serious. I'm making Americans don't know about this stuff. What not to do. From this day forward, I don't want him doing this. Look at this. You got pop, you got who, Pepsi, or whatever the hell it is. Pepsi, Mountain Dew. Where's the cereal that he's eating every day? Look at this. Where's the cereal? Where's the cereal? This is what he's eating every day. Cereal, sugar, white bread.
Airdrop is coming.
Cereal. This is what these kids eating. Or now children are eating. He's already on several different medications.
Airdrop has been delivered.
What is this? Berries, cereal, all that. This is what I'm eating every day. Make it make sense. America, we got to do better. We have to do better with how we are feeding our children, We're giving them chemicals all day, and then they're taking medication all day. This is destroying their brains. You're ruining the kid himself. His brain is not even developed, and we're destroying their brains by what we're feeding them and over-medicating them. It doesn't make any sense.
Bro, dog, all that cereal, I can't even eat cereal, bro. My stomach can't handle milk worth or nothing, bro. Anything with that, bro, it's over with. It's over with. It's over with. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts. He got a point. But my only question is, son, bro. Because if y'all come in the house, I mean, how the hell play control what they eat because of y'all's damn age? But then again, he got a daughter. He looks old enough to me. I don't know. What's y'all thoughts? But y'all know he made it to the end of this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified when we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every single Sunday. When you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all until I see everybody in the next one. Y'all know what it is. We gone.
Relax. Oh,
And successful. Your teammate will return to the battle when next vending machine next.
I'll be going in the first. Come on, machine up. No, but I wait.
Real life Seesaw, man, we are back once again. The Jag Squad, Mrs. Jaguar, right, welcome back. We're doing good, and Jag, I don't know if this is
What's going on for you guys since you're
cold. Yeah, it's cold.
First the first Christmas we had, it was like 68 degrees, 70 degrees. And I was like, see, this is awesome. For Christmas you can barbecue on. So yeah.
We call that freezing down here. I'll tell you. Jack, I don't know if it's a time to celebrate or a time to mourn because we have a documentary that's trending #1 on Netflix, where we have a black man executive producing the downfall of another black man.
We're calling it.
I mean, that's how some people are looking at this thing. Or it might be looked at as a vindication, but that's why we're here. We're going to have a conversation, man. This Sean Combs, the record, the 50 Cent Diddy doc. First and foremost, we've been talking about this thing back for going on 2 years now. And thank you for even being, I guess you say, this whole conversation as far as light on a lot of things that go down in the history that normal person see or hear about that happens in the day-to-day. When you first mentioned it, was that being worked on?
Well, see, this is the thing. I can believe that it was happening. At what purpose? See, and that's the thing, like, my opinion about all of this stuff is so much different than your average person's, and my outlook is so much different than your average person's. Did I believe it was possible? Absolutely. Why wouldn't you be able to do a documentary? Why wouldn't you be able to bring in to have a background in hip-hop at all? So it's like, that's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. I mean, for crying out loud, Diddy sent him freak off videos.
Very true. Very true.
About it.
Calma, Luigi. Vai a fumo. Lord of too many.
Please help me to pick up my dog tag. Please help me to pick up my dog tag. Be advised, hostile aircraft inbound. Down to the last 5 teams.
Don't either. Either. Guarda meglio fanno.
Onu gidiyor. Kırmamı tamam. Abi nereye
Trap deployed.
Onu kötüydüm. Gidiyor tamam. Oldu. Hayal diyeyim, hayal diyeyim. Tamam. Hayal diyeyim. Ya ya ne yapalım tamam ya. Yang bagi sama sini. Abi apa ni kalau tak? Ini baik jangan sendiri. Berapa yang dicat tu dia? Wow. Dua berat. Nozes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Your teammate has been killed. Get the dog tags and help them return to the battle. Your teammate has been killed. Get the dog tags and help them return to the battle.
The safe zone is collapsing. Skill chip ready for upgrade. Airdrop incoming. Airdrop has been delivered. Fire sale will start in 1 minute. Heads up, soldier. It's time for a fire sale. Airdrop incoming. Airdrop has been delivered.
Did you feel that just 50 Cent's name being attached to it again? These are two, as everyone knows, the three names in hip hop are Jay-Z, Diddy, 50 Cent when it comes to the status of where you can get as a business or a brand.
I guess
So for the top three individuals, for one to go at the other and release this doc, I don't know, what does that say to again, I keep asking about the hip hop state of things. What does that say to hip hop? Like, are we our own downfall? I don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It all depends on what you consider hip hop. Like, I don't consider any of this debauchery, any of this, you know, I know what hip hop culture is, and it's none of this stuff that people are selling.
I mean, when did it stop being hip hop? We're gonna go through the documentary itself, but when did it stop?
It stopped being hip hop when it became corporatized. It stopped being hip hop when certain groups of people saw that they could use it to influence the mass public.
Airdrop has been delivered.
When people saw how influential hip hop was, it became very clear. Once upon a time, not long ago, where people wore pajamas and lived like, you know, the laws were stern and justice stood, and people were behaving like they ought to good. There lived a little boy and he was misled by another little boy, and this is what he said. And me and you, kid, we go make some cash, robbing old folks and making the dash.
Airdrop has been delivered.
They did the job and money came with ease, but one couldn't stop us like he had a disease. He robbed another and another, and a sister and a brother tried to rob a man who was a detective undercover. Children's story.
Come on.
Slick Rick.
Yes.
We used to have real stories in hip hop, and now everything is. Hip hop used to be able to teach people. It used to be able to influence people to care about their communities or to pay attention to what was going on. And now it's used to encourage people into alcoholism, drug addiction, a life of promiscuity. I mean, when you got rappers saying that, female rappers telling everyone that they need to be on PrEP.
5 Coding 101 Part 3. Stop typing your prompts.
The safe zone is
Seriously,
collapsing.
the prompt and cursor over 100 times a day. The typing detailed context takes forever. So you send lazy